Well, students, good afternoon to all of you. So today we are going to start our second year classes of Kurukshetra University, right? So today this is the introductory lectures of B.Ed second year according to the syllabus of Kurukshetra University. First guy, I request to all of you, if you have copy and pen, okay, you can note it side by side, or later on you can watch on the YouTube, right? So first, I'm talking about the theory slide. Second slide would be the practical slide, right? First of all, you know that in a first year, guys, you have given a 7 paper, right? 5 were compulsory paper and 2 were your teaching subjects. I'm right. So these all are theory paper in the first year. But in the second year, guys, there is a less theory and more practical. Well, you can say, out of 100 and 30% of the theory marks, theory papers, and 70% of the practical. Okay. So first of all, on this slide, there are 4 paper, guys. Okay. See properly. Okay. The name of the paper is number 1, knowledge and curriculum, paper 1 or paper 8. Okay. 7 paper you have given, right? Paper 1 is knowledge and curriculum. Second is assessment for learning. Third paper is creating an inclusive school. And fourth is health, physical and yoga education. Right, guys? So you have to appear for these 4 papers. Out of these 4 papers, 3 papers are of 100 marks and 1 paper are of 50 marks. Right? You can see the marks distribution side by side. Knowledge and curriculum, 80 marks of theory and 20 is for internal marks. It again assessment for learning, 80 of theory, 20 of internal marks. And creating an inclusive school, again 40 of this is a 40, means third paper is of your half paper of 50 marks. Means third paper you have to appear for 1.5 hours, right, guys? First 2 paper are of 3 hours and 100 marks, and last 2 paper, third paper and fourth paper are of 50 marks, and you have to appear for 1.5 hours, right, guys? So creating an inclusive school, 40 marks and 10 marks of internal assessment. Again, health, physical and yoga of 40 marks theory and 10 marks of a internal assessment. So guys, I think, thing has clear to you. Basically, first of all, you have come to know that in your second year syllabus, according to the Kurukshetra University, there are 2 things you have to perform. One is theory and one is practical, right? Less is theory and more is practical, right? 30% is of theory, means simply there are 4 papers, right? 2 papers are of 3 hours and 2 papers are of 1.5 hours, and 70% marks of the practical, right? So this is the theory slide, all the 4 papers. I hope you have written, right, guys? Later on you can watch on the YouTube, right? And second, see the second slide. This is the practical, right, guys? Malab, those you have taken the admissions, okay, you are also aware that, and side by side I am also giving you the coaching, right? So in a practical paper, what you have to do, you have to make, you are supposed to make the 6 files, right? As your college authority told you, right? So out of the 6 files, guys, 4 file, you can see that EPC 1, EPC 2, EPC 3 and EPC 4. EPC stands for enhancing professional capacities, right? The first file is reading and reflecting on text. Second is drama and art in education. It is of 50 marks. Earlier one is also 50 marks. Third is critical understanding of ICT. Again, it is of 50 marks. And fourth file is understanding the self. It is of 50 marks, right? You can see the syllabus. Okay. So according to the syllabus, you have to make these 4 files. And for these 4 files, you have to appear for a viva, right? Means these 4, there would be no theoretical paper. You have to appear for viva. For example, we talk about critical understanding of ICT. Okay. So when you see the syllabus of your second year syllabus, so under this topic, all the subtopics are given. So according to the subtopics, you have to make the file, all the subtopics are given, like computer, operating system, CPU, input output devices, and MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint. You can see the syllabus. According to that, you have to prepare a file and you have to appear for a viva. Examiner will ask, you are supposed to submit the file in the college in end of your second year in the month of May or June, or whatever your college will say to you, right? 1-2 months before, and you have to appear for a viva. I'm giving you one example. For example, critical understanding of a ICT. Examiner will ask from you, okay, tell me about the ICT. What are the components of the ICT? Tell me the application of a ICT in educational process, right? So such kind of a questions from your file, examiner will ask from you. I hope these all the 4 files concept is clear to you. Okay. It is of 50 marks, total 200 marks of practical. And second is, the most important part is the second part, guys. School internship program and engagement, the field 16 weeks. Means according to the, you have to appear for the teaching practice, or I think, many of the students are, if you are going, if your college has started your teaching practice, I'm just giving you the coaching. I'm telling you, 2 files you have to make in this internship program. One is pedagogy 1 and one is pedagogy 2, right? Pedagogy 1 means, for example, you have the teaching subjects, teaching of SST and teaching of English. So first file you have to make of a teaching of SST, second you have to make of a teaching of English. Okay, I think college where you have got the admissions, college has guided you how you have to make the file. So according to that, you have to make the files. Basically, in these files, there are a lot of activities you have to perform, like macro lessons, micro lessons, action report, school field report, where you are going for the teaching practice, you are teaching or your teaching would start. Okay, you know better, right, guys? So from that, you have to prepare. And basically, total files, 4 files or 2 files are the 6 files you are supposed to make. And what will happen in the internship program when your final practical would start? When your practical would start, you have to appear on the day of your pedagogy practical with, you have to prepare one topic, right? And orally, you have to give the topic in front of the examiner, right? 30 minutes topic, the same procedure you have to follow in your teaching practice, right? So along with the teaching aids, everything, so you have to, give the presentation over there, guys, right? And you can see that this is a most important, because each pedagogy subject having the 175 marks, right? So, and second is again 170. So around 350 marks of your 2 pedagogy subject, which you have to make the file and you have to give the presentation, and more marks are given of your presentations, which you will perform at the time of your final skill in teaching, right, guys? So I think this thing has clear to you. In a practical, you have to make a 6 file. So now, guys, we conclude that, all the 4 files, EPC 1 to 4 are of 200 marks. And second, T1 or T2 means pedagogy 1 or pedagogy 2, yet teaching 1 or teaching 2. Okay, second and third, 175 marks and 175 marks. Okay, again, it is, clear to you, 6 files you are supposed to make, right, guys? So this is all about your introductory lecture of the second year, so that you will come to know what is in the second year part. So guys, how we will move, right, guys? Because I'm giving you the coaching, online coaching, right? So first we will give focus on our practical part, because theoretical part is very easy. Basically, you can see there are only 3 papers, although there are 4 papers, but 2 papers are of a 1.5 hour, right? If we make these to only, there are 3 paper or 4 paper. And when you will see the syllabus of knowledge and curriculum, assessment of learning, you will find some of the part you have already done in the first year, right, guys? So it is only a, you can say it is only a 1 month study, nothing else. So now we have around 7 months or 8 months, right? So theory part we can start later on also. Okay, it is an easy one, and you have gone through the process, how you have to give the paper, how you have to attempt the paper. I have given you each and every tips, right? how many sheets you have to fill in, in a 3 hours, you have to, how you have to give the paper, how many sheet in the per half an hour, how you have to proceed, the way you are understood, about that. Okay, it's not a big one. Okay, you can easily finish within a 1 month or 2 months before the exam. It is a very easy one, right guys? Basically, we have to become perfect in our practical part, because practical part is when you calculate total practical marks of a 550 marks, 175 plus 175, 350 plus 200 of EPC files, 550 marks, right? This is the this is a scoring paper, malab practical paper. Okay, if you perform well, your percentage would automatically be increased. Okay, if you don't perform well and you are even in the first year you have got a very good marks, your percentage will decrease, right guys? So guys, we have to work on it, and trust me, believe me, the purpose of B.Ed is this, right? Because theory paper are the easy papers, everybody know that. There are guides are available in the market, books are available in the market. Okay, you can easily learn and mug up the answers, and you can give in the examinations, you get a marks. The basically the crux of B.Ed is that this is the lesson plan. Okay, if you don't know how to deliver the lesson plan, what are the pedagogy subjects, it means you don't have the knowledge of the teaching methodology. So basically this is your crux, your practical part. You have to perform on the practical part, because there are a lot of things when you will give presentation, so no examiner will notice a lot of things. So guys, you have come to know how we have to proceed. First we will finish our practical part. Okay, then in the last we can finish our theoretical part. Okay, so in the practical part guys, how we will proceed, right? So first we will start with the lesson plan, right? So first of all, you should have the knowledge of the lesson plan. After this lecture, I will give you the lecture on the lesson plan, means how to make a lesson plan. Because in the pedagogy file, you have to make a lessons, right? And in your final exam, you are again, whatever the topic you are going to perform, you have to make the 2 copies of the topic, right guys? So I again request to all of you, make a 1 register or a 1 small copy. Okay, so from today onwards, my lecture has started. So after some days, I will put the lectures on the YouTube. Okay, you should have a 1 copy so that you can note one by one, right? Each and everything. Because in a last, there were a lot of things which would be collected, and on that time it was impossible to write, right? Because when we start the lesson plan, which things we have to keep in the mind, there are a lot of things. Okay, and if you don't write, you will forget, right guys? So again, I request to you, you should have a copy and pen, 1 small copy, 1 small register of 30, 40 rupees, 50 rupees register, and you have a pen, and whatever I'm telling you, okay, you can note side by side. Okay, so how we will proceed? The number 1, we'll start with the lesson plan. Okay guys, first I will give you the knowledge of the lesson plan, how to make a lesson plan, number 1, right? Then guys, second is, I will perform the 1 demo in front of you. Okay, I will give the demo to you, how you have to teach, how you have to stand in the class. Okay, how to write on the blackboard, which things you have to write first. Okay, how you have to ask the questions from the students, how you have to announcement of the topic. So there are a lot of things I will cover first. I will give you the demo first. Then guys, what will happen in the 3rd stage, right? In the 3rd stage guys, you have to choose the topic by yourself of your teaching subjects, right? For example, you have the SST and English, right? Or science and English, or commerce and English, for example. So 1 topic you have to choose from SST, and 1 is from English from 6th to 10th class, right? Because generally B.Ed trainee can teach up to the 10th class, right? So from 5th onward, you can choose any of the topic which that you can present orally, very effectively. Okay, so you have to choose the topic first. Then guys, you have to do the practice on this topic, right? Starting from the 1 after the skills. So once you will get perfect. Even you are going to the college, going to the schools, if your teaching practice has started, so you can get the knowledge over there, right guys? So you have to follow me, and side by side you have to follow all the guidelines of the college, right guys? So this is all about your practical, and in short I can say that there are 4 paper of the theory and 6 paper are of the practical of in your B.Ed second year, right guys? Thank you so much guys for this lecture. Thank you so much. So I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you so much once again.